Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another late night here on the East Coast. How y'all doing? Hopefully pretty good. Well, what a crazy night. First off, we're getting on at a proper late night time, 12:45 a.m. Which some may say, well, Lobster, that's a little later than you normally stream. But that's a proper fucking late night, though. And hey, I'm glad to see you again, Magetti. Our schedules are very different due to you being in a vastly different time zone, but it's always nice seeing you. Hopefully we can get some games in again sometime. Maybe some Arma? Yeah, alright. Slowly getting back into that. Yeah, I had company over tonight. We're supposed to play board games, and as usual, I always tell people to come half hour before I want them to, because everyone shows up late. Everyone showed up an hour late. A lot of people didn't end up coming, which is fine because I always overbook as well for that reason. Wait a minute. Oh, right, we're underwater. I was like, why is this just floating there? Why don't I remember leaving here? Huh? Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no, I remember this. What was that? A ghost? But anyway, and I've played with two gentlemen, taught them a new game, and they were great guys, but very slow learners. So, I just don't remember getting in this room. I remember getting in the facility, but I don't remember how we got in this room, because the doors aren't open. Anyway, things ran late, and then we played some other games, and we chatted, and so it was a much later evening than expected. And Kaylin is also out. She went to a concert today. And I was expecting her to be home already as well. So it's quite possible she shows up whenever the fuck and distracts us somewhat. Take the helmet with you. I'm tempted, Onyx Fires. How are you doing again, by the way? Hopefully you're doing well. Has anyone caught any of GDQ? I've mentioned I'm not a fan of the way the game, the show has gone, production and everything. But I still do love speedrunning, and I'm definitely gonna check out some of the VODs and support some of the runners because I think that's excellent. So if anyone knows if there's been a good runner or so, let me know. Maybe I can check it out soon. Pokemon Crystal speedrun? Oh my god, I actually never watched the Pokemon speedruns. That's one of the ones I can't do. I don't watch any of the Final Fantasy blocks either. Wonderful, wonderful games, but when I'm looking for a speedrun, I'm looking for something a little more saucy. This is kind of cool, coming out here. Is that how I got in here? Yeah, okay. This is where we entered. Just reset the doors, which is fine. And I think I screamed when one of these opened and Zelphus shit his pants. Yeah. Okay, well now I'm happy. I'm re-familiar with my surroundings. Let's take this with us for support. It's unfortunate you can't wear this. More single-player heavy narrative games need in-game cash shops so that I can customize how my character looks. Because right now, Simon's nothing but a suit. And, you know, I could look a lot cooler. Screen high in the range, I thought you noticed. Nice. Well, you never know, we might end up needing the helmet. There's so many physics objects. I feel like this is one of those games that you can, like, break by just physicsing into things. Actually, I did that when I first started playing this game. In the doctor's office, I'd, like, got myself glitched into the ceiling with a chair. Found some kind of code.
Just tell me what you want.
I need you to stop the WoW.
What? How?
Also, why?
Protein slushing around your suit is the noose from which the WoW will hang itself.
What are you talking about?
As soon as I came to in Omicron, I tried to tell them to make the toxin that would make the WoW wither, but they didn't understand. They put it inside a cabinet. It was so infuriating. They needed to take it to Alpha, the fountainhead of the misery we'd created. And then a girl. She figured it out. She was going to take care of it, but the WoW shrieked. They all died. But you took the gel from the cabinet and made yourself into a venomous snake.
You're saying this toxin inside of me can kill the WoW altogether?
You are the snake, Simon. Now strike at the heart.
Well, that's curious, because it said that this was untreated gel, but that said, this is kind of a really weird plot addition. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily know what this has added to the game. I very much liked it when I was talking about the, oh dear. You know, the sort of the ideas of transhumanism and whatnot. But I'm okay.
What the hell is that?
Here's to see where it goes.
Heart. It controls all the structure gel on Pathos 2. All you need to do is poison the imprint, and the heart will unwillingly spread it across Pathos 2, killing it. Feed it, Simon. Push your arm into the heart.
But is the WoW even... I mean, we know the WoW is hostile.
Do it.
But like... So here's an interesting thing. This is something maybe we could have a little talk about, because that's what I feel like this game's great for, right? It's like having these little talks. Is humanity is doomed? Like we're gone. We're never coming back. Presumably the last of the humans has... Well, she's not dead yet, but she's hooked up to a machine. She will eventually die, right? What is left on this planet? Like nothing. You know, no life. But the WoW, and of course the fish. And the WoW appears to be somewhat sentient.
Can't let the WoW continue producing its filth. Kill it.
Take it easy.
So isn't it better to leave something? It might not be our legacy. But like, why should we take the world away from the WoW? It was just like a meteor storm or something, Onyx.
Force your arm inside it.
Back off, okay?
Yeah. We don't know who this character is or why he wants the WoW so dead.
You can't leave. We're not done.
Yeah, I don't really have a reason to kill the WoW. Well, here's the thing, Zelphus. The WoW will eventually infect anything / everything that remains if it's out there. A couple million years, who knows when they come up from the oceans. Well, that's true. That's true. I need to call an Inquisitor for Raffle. Hey, man, it's only a little bit of heresy. I mean, do we believe the WoW is sentient?
Let the earth be consumed by WoW's nightmares.
Yeah, I guess there is that.
Do it.
Like, it really just comes down to, do we think the WoW is a disease, or if it is an entity, like a parasitic entity? Better remove the artificial influence of the WoW. Whatever biolife remains of our planet continue unmolested. Yeah, it's kind of weird that like the fish and stuff are still so fine, but I guess we are super deep down. I don't know. You know what I mean? Oh Jesus! Trouble has arrived.
Take it easy.
I think it's fine to let it live. You know? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it anyway. That was my gut reaction.
Please, Simon! Humanity will suffer for an eternity!
But aren't we all dead? Or are there still humans alive on the surface?
Back off, okay?
It's parasitic in nature, but it doesn't form a symbiotic relationship. It overwrites or destroys. Yeah, that's... I mean, that is true, but... I mean, do we...
Please, Simon!
Like, right now, if there's no humans left, like people don't value fish, which are probably the only sort of animals left alive on the planet, the same level as humans, right? You don't know if people are alive on the surface. Oh, right, we just assume the cataclysm ended everyone's life.
Don't let the Earth be consumed by WoW's nightmares!
Alright, let's end this then. Yeah, there's a good space bubble.
It's working!
That doesn't seem good.
Please. I did what you wanted.
You did good, Simon. But you can't leave. The only way to make sure the WoW stays dead is to destroy the only one who's immune to the new pattern.
Well,
Don't worry. I'll make it quick.
Oh, God!
Well, that was convenient. Who is this guy anyway? Don't really understand his role in things. Oh, this doesn't seem good. That also does not seem good. Oh. Big boy. Will I regrow my hand here or no? Use my other one? Is mad scientist that hated the WoW? Oh. Surprised he still survived so well though. Because I mean, it's obvious that some people, when infected by the WoW, survive. It's very curious. And fishy. I mean, if people are alive on the surface, the moral choice is to kill the WoW. Because it'll eventually consume or destroy or whatever them, right? But what's happening? I can't see. Am I getting bit or something? I don't know if it was supposed to be biting me or what happened there. It was just way too dark. All these people are dead and were brought back to some form of life by the way. No, but hey, I'm not talking about the robots. Oh, hang on. Oh, that thing is cool looking. Hey. That's not time to loiter aside. Wow, there's a lot to think about right now. I mean, that's life. Right? That's the WoW. But, no, like, so this guy that's running around after us or whatever, he's, I mean, affected by the WoW, but he's, like, he's still him. And our character was infected by the WoW, but we're still us. Or, well, I mean, you know, we're not the Simon we were 100, whatever years ago, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think the WoW is quite so bad. I mean, I think as long as humanity is dead, the WoW might be an alright replacement.
This has to be Phi, right? Hope the Ark made it here in one piece.
Another dive room. Nice. We need to find something we can stick our hand into, though, because the game is doing the worst of fucking effect. I hate this one. Like, I just want to be able to see my game and not everything be all chromatically aberrated. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? It's been a while.
Chris, what the hell happened to your arm?
It's complicated. I just need to know one thing. I'll have both my arms in the Ark, right?
Yes, of course. Are you okay, though? Can you do stuff?
Yeah. Let's just get this over with.
Did you find the Ark?
I did, but I kinda lost it on my way here on an automated tram thing headed to Phi. So it should be around somewhere.
That's great. Let's go get it.
No, I understand that. Okay, sorry, Onyx. I should clarify. I understand that Simon right now. And
Alright, Phi is up and running.
oh no, I know the visual effect happens when you're damaged. I just hate it, and you can't turn it off. That's all. It fucks with my eyes. But
Did you find out what happened to the Ark team?
yeah, and it's not
Not
good.
really. For some reason, they didn't go through with the launch, so they took the Ark back to Tau.
I hope everything's okay with the space gun.
Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to repair one of those.
But no, so I know Simon isn't human, but he's still very much alive. And I mean this is what transhumanism comes down to, though, right? Is you can argue, oh, but he's not a human being. You know, he's some resurrected.
This feels like the longest day of my
Like,
life. Has it just been
Version
one
of
day?
him
I
that's
have
being
no
put
idea.
into a suit.
Our time together is a confusing patchwork of moments to me.
What time is it then? What day?
It's May 11th, 2104, 3:30 a.m., but I don't remember when we started.
And fair enough, I keep turning it off. But we're still very much alive. Okay. Cool.
A satellite is loaded into a shell. The shell is accelerated by electromagnets along the barrel.
So it's a railgun. Cool.
Enough momentum to escape Earth's gravity is gained before aggression. Reaching space, the satellite will shed the shell and unfold. Onboard thrusters settle the satellite into an orbit.
Well, that's the whole point of transhumanism, Onyx. Or, rather, the whole point of debating it, like this game does, is I think these characters are alive. Okay. Staff activity. R. Herber. Oh, and the launch log, of course. After 10 years of impeccable operation, the Mega Space Gun will shut down. It took an apocalypse to be made redundant. Pretty cool.
You know, I woke up in my bed today. It just happens to have happened 100 years ago.
Sounds like a riddle.
I woke up in my bed today, 100 years ago. Who am I? Who am I?
Well, you're Simon. We know this. You are you. I mean, honestly, at this point, Simon could call himself anything else. Because he is a very different person. Oh, fuck, really? That's funny. From the Simon.
It's crazy to think where I am. Not only is this the future, it's in the middle of the sea. I know nothing of this time or what the world looks like.
Not much to brag about now. Before the comet, I guess it was okay.
Yeah. Better not oversell it. Might change my mind about the Ark.
You seriously not gonna tell me what happened to your arm?
I had to make a quick stop at Site Alpha to help kill the WoW.
What? How? Why?
Stop it from torturing humanity.
Okay, let's just get back to work.
Are you suggesting we keep it down here? Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? Eternity among the stars, remember?
The people inside the Ark won't know the difference. We can just keep it down here, and we don't have to risk the Ark being shot through 5,000 meters of broken barrel, and then push through another 100,000 meters of a dust-filled atmosphere.
Will the casing stand all that pressure?
Oh, the odds aren't great.
Catherine, say something.
I don't care what you think. I'm launching it.
No need to be like that. Let's just hang on to it for a while and think about it. We can launch it later.
No, that wasn't the deal. We made it to save them. To launch it. Out there, it's hope. Down here, it's a fucking terrarium waiting to die with the rest of us.
Come on, Catherine. It's not asking much. Let's just think about it before we risk the only hope humanity has to survive this hell.
No, we launch it today. This is my project, my Ark.
It's bigger than that. Don't you get it? It's not for you to decide. We're talking about the fate of mankind.
Get away from the Ark! I'm taking it.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna let you ruin this.
Stop it!
Guys, calm down!
Get away from me! No!
What the fuck did you do?
It was an accident.
Catherine, talk to me. Catherine.
Oh, God.
Shit.
Catherine,
Did you say something?
it's you. You had an accident.
Well, it's not her.
What do you... Oh. You mean Catherine. Don't worry, it's better this way.
Yeah.
How did she die?
You got into a fight with your colleagues. They didn't want to risk launching the Ark. Thought it might not make it through the atmosphere.
They killed me?
I'm
No,
sure
no,
it was
they
an
killed
accident.
Catherine.
They were just trying to stop you from launching. I think I found the
Looked like
assembly
an
space.
accident.
What do you see?
It's like a huge open shell, a bullet ready to be loaded.
That's great. All prepared for the Ark.
Right, I'll go pick it up.
How could they kill me?
Catherine,
I know I'm not an easy person to like. I just thought they trusted me.
come on, don't do this to yourself.
I think I gotta go find the Ark to put into it, right? See, here's the thing, right? Like, these are...
Did you have friends in Toronto, Simon? Real friends?
There was some. Jesse, Sean, Kevin.
I always wanted a friend. Like a real one. Someone you'd never hold back on.
I'll be your friend.
Oh, pity friendship? Now I feel even worse.
The thing is, though, as long as something is
Do you think the
capable-
Ark will make it through the atmosphere and into space?
It almost doesn't matter anymore. We just need to try. If we burn, we burn. If we're lucky, we just gave humanity a new chance, a whole new era. With the Ark on Earth, maybe we have a few decades of power to keep it running. In space, we have thousands of years.
Still, one hell of a gamble, though.
This was never about certainty. It's about hope.
As I say, as long as you're capable of, like, learning and evolving, in my opinion, like, what's to say you aren't alive? And also, like, you're not, like these characters shouldn't see themselves as Simon, as Catherine. I mean, it might be easier and more comforting for them to hold on to the idea of being a human, but that's only because they're having trouble accepting the fact they are.
What will you do when you get into the Ark? What's the first thing?
Make sure the Ark is safe, stabilize flight path, activate solar panels.
Oh, what's the first human thing you're gonna do?
Oh. Watch the clouds roll by? Does that count?
I'd say so.
Well, neither's the real one, Dino. Simon 100 years ago and current Simon are the exact same person.
Good job, Simon. Take it to the assembly space and load the bullet.
Right. It's just, sorry, they're not the same person. What was I gonna say? They both experienced different things and therefore became different people. No. They might solve problems slightly similarly, but that's about it. I don't know. I think if you could like completely clone someone, like down to their memories, and then you put them like in two different paths in life, right? Then like, oh, you know the like same idea with like parallel universes, right? You know, like diverging dimensions and shit. It's like both outcomes are happening simultaneously, involve different people. Oops. Yeah, I wonder how this works, this whole space thing. Find out. So that's a penis. I mean, it wouldn't be human, like a human invention if it wasn't phallic.
Is that it?
I'm really not that familiar with guns of any size. Oh, here we go. All systems say go.
Lock and load.
Now back up and we'll head out to the gun.
They say the gun was broken to all shit. And if we destroy the Ark, in theory, we could just make a new one. You know, we'll probably find people's memories somewhere. No, they're different people, Fox. We've already put a copy of us into it, Zelphus. The unfortunate thing is the Simon that will be in the Ark, or is currently in the Ark, actually, is not
now what?
The
now
one
we just need to
now.
get the shell into the gun and then, kaboom.
Aren't you forgetting something?
All the hardships
How are you going to get us on board the Ark? Don't we need to make another scan?
Oh, don't you worry. You don't operate something like the Omega space gun with your bare hands.
Well, there you
You
go.
mean it's a pilot seat? Like back at Omicron?
Yes, and we can use it to transfer you to the Ark while operating the gun. 2 birds and all that. Now, take the Omnitool and plug it in next to the seat and I'll guide you through the final steps.
Because that's what defines you as a person. It's just your experiences, right? And it would have been, honestly, that would have been the bad end if current Simon couldn't experience all that and then go on. Alright. I don't know. There we go. Let's just take it. Sometimes they have to go outside the remote interface of the space gun. I agree. But I think it's in another facility or something. Oh no, it is outside. What the fuck? No.
Oh, I'll never get used to that.
Guess you won't have to. Not after this is over.
Right. Have a seat.
Huh. Weird.
Comfortable?
As good as it's gonna get.
Okay, I'll activate the seat. You should be able to use the machines to load the bullet you assembled.
How do you operate this thing?
Don't know, I never tried this one. But pilot seats are notoriously easy to use, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh fuck. That's awesome. Whoa, what am I doing? Oh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I didn't really. I was like, what is going on? Can I rotate this? Okay, yeah. Bitch, I'm a crane, yeah.
There we go.
That's kind of surprising.
Okay, ready when you are. Just hit the button and we're off.
But we need to transfer our minds to the Ark.
We also need to make sure it launches at all, so I tied them to a single switch. Just push the button and we're off.
Oh, why do I not believe that?
Here we go. No turning back.
Thank you, Simon.
Don't mention it.
It's an amazing thing you did. And I want you to know I appreciate it.
Time, 20 seconds.
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth in the future.
Wow. Oh
10 seconds. 9, 8,
no. Bad end.
7, 6,
You gotta be kidding me!
5, 4, 3.
Come on, load!
Hey.
Yes! Fuck yeah, we made it! Woo!
Yeah, no, Simon. Simon. There's a copy of you on that now. You're still stuck here, dumbass.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
It's the same as last time.
Catherine? Catherine?
I'm here.
What the hell happened? What went wrong?
Nothing. They're out there, among the stars. We're here.
How do you not get this, Simon?
We were getting on the Ark. I saw it. It finished loading just before it launched.
Yeah, I saw.
Then why are we still here?
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why we're here. You were copied onto the Ark. You just didn't carry over. You lost the coin toss. We both did. Just like Simon at Omicron, just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
This is bullshit. We came all this way. We launched the Ark.
I know it sucks, but our copies are up there. Catherine and Simon are both safe on the Ark. Be happy for them.
Are you crazy? We're gonna die down here with those fuckers living at large on a spaceship. They're not us. They're not us.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Simon. I'm proud of what we did. We made sure that something of the hundreds of thousands of years of human history survived, that something lives on.
No, fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Catherine. You lied. And I believed in you. I trusted you. You said we're getting on the fucking Ark.
We are on the Ark, you idiot. I didn't lie. I can't be responsible for your goddamn ignorance. You
Fuck! Catherine? Please don't leave me alone. Catherine? Catherine?
Not bad. So, I mean, there was still that woman left alive. We could go back to her. That's probably what I would do. After the credit scene? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, that was perfect, though. It's perfect timing. Because, like I said, I did start late tonight. Oh, there is one? Oh, okay. I don't understand. I don't know. I mean, everybody thinks differently, right? So I'm sure there's a lot of people that struggle with this, but I don't understand how Simon didn't understand that he would, like, not be on the Ark. And I also think it's very irresponsible of Catherine to... again, we talked about this when we had the other copy made. Like, not delete. Like, not just have it be like a move thing instead of just a copy. Last time I played Fortnite. Nice. Like, you know what I mean? Well, his brain was hemorrhaging or something like that, Fox. Attack isn't designed to do a cut and paste? Why not? I feel like you could reprogram it. You know? If Catherine had time to somehow program up a push button launch and scan in like a broken system, she could have definitely made it so after the scan was complete, it wiped two of you. Yes, yeah, we know. Cut and paste, just copy, paste, and then delete. Yeah. But it's still a thing. Huh? Oh, what? What's this? Oh,
whoa. Is this... Did it work?
Oh, so this is like the other Simon? The copy that made it onto the Ark? Oh, that's cool. Or would you design a brain scanning device for medical purposes to be able to delete the brain of the person being scanned? Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's not how we ended up using it. And Catherine, I feel like, should have been able to code that. Like I said, she was like hot wiring garbage program on the fly, so. This is nice though, nice and serene. I don't know if we put a stream in, because I think we run out of RAM and we had to take like half the Ark out. Huh? Computer panel. Oh, alright. I didn't see none, but... Oh yeah. If you're reading this, you've successfully entered the Ark. The survey is designed to give developers better understanding of your subjective experience and how to improve your well-being. How would you describe your physical condition? Okay, so we're Simon now on the Ark, right? So we're gonna say we feel normal. Mental condition. Well, we're definitely gonna feel like we've had a change in character. Describe your senses. I mean, in theory on the Ark, you should be normal, right? Describe the sensation of your new condition. I'd say, yeah, it's pleasant. I mean, like, we know everything's constructed. It's the Ark. You're troubled by the fact you're no longer strictly human. Well, Simon currently mourns his previous existence, yeah. And you perceive your new existence, in my opinion, is a new chapter in your life. It's not quite like being born over again. And I mean, this is really what it comes down to, though, right? Is it is completely different and has nothing to do with your previous self, except for the fact that you share all the same experiences from before. You know what I mean? Like 2 days from now, both copies of Simon will be vastly different people. But I'm gonna say it's like a new chapter in my life. I think this new existence will be a life worth living. Maybe we can find a new sense of meaning in the world. Rather be removed from the project and accept death. Cool. It's a little throwback to earlier when we built the Ark? We had to answer those questions. See if you want to dive in skill, that'd be cool.
Catherine!
Should be a bunch more people. Oh, why is she in a fucking...
I can't believe we actually
Chinese,
made it.
But
Well, we did.
she wants to
I'm
be
so
back in
relieved.
Taipei.
It's okay, Simon. Everything's all right now.
Should have been more people in there, though, right? We don't need a solar sail anymore, Dino. It's just gone. I think they might be talking about the solar panels. It's not quite the same thing, but This is a good game, though. So here's the thing. I think it's a little frustrating that the main character never understood transhumanism, even though that's what the game's about, and you had the sort of supporting character berate him heavily for it. You know what I mean? Oh, that's cool. She's like built now. Because like, I feel like it's sort of a difficult concept, and a lot of the player base is going to also be confused by the issue. And I don't think having Simon being so obtuse, like intentionally obtuse and ignorant, helps that point. No, I understand he's in denial, Onyx. I wish by the end he understood it somewhat and sort of came to terms with things. Not necessarily saying we needed a happy ending, because we have both a happy and a sad ending for our two separate copied characters. I just wish they help sort of, there's a little more guidance in helping the player reach that. You know what I mean? Either way, really good game. Imagine being the first copy of Simon. The one we deleted. So, is that what you're talking about, Dino? The one we pulled the plug on? Yeah. I pulled the... Well... Wait, how many copies of Simon were there? I thought there was just a one. Well, that's the thing. So I think that's a bit inhumane, leaving Simon there. Reason being, and it's why Catherine should have sort of killed off that, like, this Simon, if you will, because when you're transferring your sentience into something else, your whole being, right? As a transfer, with the idea that, okay, I will go forth from that point, you have to, absolutely have to, get rid of the previous iteration of yourself. That's true. Well, the first Simon would know, because he was going to wake up in a couple days, she said. So he would know that you've left, right? Now he's an idiot, so it would take him forever, but he would eventually go, okay, Catherine is gone, the suit is gone, you know, new, another version of me has gone on to do this. Oh, he'd never get in touch with you. Yeah. No, my only regret in that game was killing off the WoW. Oh, and never going to that other room we unlocked. I still don't know if that was the right call. It's weird because I don't think it mattered. Like, it just felt like none of that mattered. Very odd, actually. Some of the choices. The chase scenes were pretty shitty, but like there was a lot of like robots we were like deleting left, right, and center at the beginning of the game. And then not killing some of them. And it was like none of that mattered. That never came back into play. Normally in a game like this, you would have like the end NPC, like the big bad boss or something, right? He would be like, "Oh, look at all these things you've murdered. How are you any better than I am?" or something. And you're like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a callback." I did leave that guy being electrocuted for the rest of his life, yeah. You know. Tough shit. Yeah, it's interesting. It's just kind of weird that stuff was in the game, and then you think back and you're like, what the fuck was the point of that? I mean, I know what it did at the time. I just feel like it maybe somehow being addressed somewhat at some point in dialogue or something. Either way, sorry, I'm tired, and we finished SOMA, and it was awesome. Really enjoyed it. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Sorry it wasn't a longer stream, but I was only intending to finish SOMA. I think we'll get some roguelikes or something in. Kind of feeling something like that. Maybe we'll fire up another horror game or something more story oriented. I did really enjoy this. But yeah, take it easy and peace. And yeah, thanks again, Rudy, for recommending that. It was really good. Oh, and Steam sale. So everyone let me know what you're buying and if there's anything cool and all that kind of cool stuff. But yeah, peace.